Hi and welcome everyone to another video on my channel. My name is Denis and today I'm going to show you my first draft for the next season of Fantasy Premier League. Now, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider leaving a like, hit that subscribe button, but now let's get into it. Okay, so as I said before, today I'm going to try to build up a draft for the next season of Fantasy Premier League 2025-2026, but as you may know, obviously the game hasn't launched yet and we don't have the prices yet. FPL is just teasing us on Twitter about the prices. I just thought that the prices would be revealed this week, but it's looking like we don't know exactly when the prices are going to be revealed. My opinion is that next week is going to be the week, but till we'll have the prices. Here it is a site, fpl.team, where you can build up a draft for the next season of Fantasy Premier League. Obviously they put some prices, but those are not official at the moment. But yeah, I just thought that while we're waiting, why not just try to build up a little bit of a team to see a little bit in perspective of how our team is going to look like till game week 1. But I can guarantee you that my team is going to change a lot. So what I prepared for today, I just tried to make a draft firstly with Palmer, Mohamed Salah and Haaland, all three of these premium assets in my draft, and I'm going to tell you it's going to be really tough to build a team with all three of them. As you can see from the screen, this team is not super balanced, but as you can see, I used up all my budget. I have 0.0 millions in the bank with the prices obviously who are revealed here. Mohamed Salah here is 14 millions, Haaland is 13.5 and Palmer is 10 millions. Now it's going to be really interesting to see how FPL are going to price Mohamed Salah and Erling Haaland, because I think that they could easily just price Mohamed Salah 15 millions and it's going to be really, really tough to build the team. Now obviously we're going to need to make some sacrifices. You can't have all the players you want. That's why you see this team here. Now in defense, usually I just pick a 4.5 million defender. That's how I start mostly all my seasons in FPL, but obviously I would prefer to have someone like Pickford here, but he's a little bit more expensive than Henderson. I don't know how his price is going to be, 5 millions or 5.5. I would say Henderson is 4.5, not ideally because he's going to play against Chelsea game week 1. So yeah, this draft is going to change a lot of times till the start of the season. The fixtures are decent for Crystal Palace, but basically what are you just doing with the goalkeeper? You just pick one and hope for the best. Now obviously you want a goalkeeper with good fixtures, but at that price you're not going to get a clean sheet every game, right? Now in defense it's really interesting. We're going to talk a little bit also about the players I really want to have in my team. Here I just try to focus on those teams who have really good fixtures to start the season with, like Chelsea, Manchester City, Aston Villa, Spurs, as you can see. Now in defense I have two premium defenders at the moment, Ainury, which is priced 6 millions here, and Cucurella 5.5. I think that Cucurella is going to be probably in my game week 1 squad by the deadline, but yeah, a lot of things can happen till that, so we need to see. The fixtures for Chelsea, that's the thing, are really great. Crystal Palace, West Ham, Fulham, Brentford, United and Brighton. So nothing amazing, but the fixtures are decent. Chelsea are a good defending side, although we made fun a little bit of them last season, but they are a good side and I think that they are going to improve this season. Also, Ainury is going to be really tempted now at the moment. I'm not sure how sure I am he's going to be in my team, because it's about Manchester City and they are going to rotate a lot. Those players, Guardiola is going to be probably more expensive than Ainury. I don't know if he's going to be that attacking like he was last season playing for Wolverhampton, but again, he's playing for Manchester City, a good defense, chances for clean sheets, chances for attacking potential. We know what Ainury can do in FPL obviously, so at the moment he's in my team. Now here I picked Mikolenko because Everton are starting the season against Leeds, which is great, obviously a newly promoted side. The fixtures are decent: Brighton, Wolverhampton, Aston Villa, Liverpool is not great, West Ham. Now obviously you're not going to play your 4.5 million defender every game week, But again, as you can see here on my bench, I have one Bisaka, who's also a 4.5 million defender here, and he also is playing against Sunderland. So ignore my bench players, ignore Ballard, Hladky, and Barnes. Those are just folders at the moment because I try to integrate those three really expensive assets into my team. So this is not going to be my team probably for game week 1, but again, it's going to be tough to build a squad with all these players. Adingra here, an interesting option. You're not going to see him in a lot of drafts. Yeah, he's going to play for Sunderland, a newly promoted side. He just transferred in from Brighton. I really like him as a player. At the moment here he's priced at 5.5 millions. I'm not sure if I'm going to go for him, but obviously the fixtures for Sunderland are really good starting the season. West Ham, Burnley, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest. And although you don't really want to play a Sunderland midfielder in your starting 11 every game week, I think that Adingra could be great value. Really interested to see how his price is going to be in FPL. Rodgers here, no surprises. Aston Villa with one of the best fixture runs to start the season. Newcastle in game week 1 is not amazing, but after that Brentford, Crystal Palace, Everton, Sunderland, Fulham, the fixtures are just great from Aston Villa. In game week 7 they are also going to play against Burnley, Fulham, Spurs. After that the fixtures are going to get a little bit trickier, but yeah, I really like the players from Aston Villa. You could also have a defender from Aston Villa. Watkins probably is going to be a really interesting option also. Let's talk a little bit about Palmer and Mohamed Salah. Now, Mohamed Salah, a lot of things are happening at the moment. Liverpool, they are trying to buy a new striker. Obviously, we know that. If that's going to be Alexander Isak from Newcastle or Etikite from Frankfurt, we need to see. They bought Wirtz, which is a player also I would like to have in my FPL team for game week 1. Now, with Mohamed Salah, probably he's going to be in my game week 1 squad. That's just because he's the best player from Liverpool. He's their talisman. He's on penalties. He just had the best FPL season ever last season, so all the chances that he's going to perform well again next season. He's also a nice captaincy option against Bournemouth. We know that they lost a lot of players. Kerkez to Liverpool, Huijsen to Real Madrid. I think that they lost another defender also, but I don't remember at the moment. So I'm not saying Bournemouth are going to be suddenly a really bad team we should focus on, but I don't think that they are going to be as good as they were last season. And also it's at Anfield, first game of the season. Mohamed Salah hasn't blanked in game week 1 ever since he came to Liverpool. So yeah, he's definitely a great captaincy option. The same goes to Haaland against Wolverhampton, and the same, Wolverhampton lost also some players this season. Now Palmer here is maybe the more intriguing option because a lot of people, I had him in my team last season for all the games. He blanked. So yeah, he was really bad in the last part of the season last season. I'm going to be honest, I still think that it was a decent decision to keep him at that time, but now obviously I thought before Chelsea winning the Club World Cup that Palmer is going to be a good, interesting for a lot of people because the fixtures are there for Chelsea. And as you know me, I really like to focus also on the fixtures. He's also on penalties, he's on set pieces, on free kicks. So all the chances Palmer is going to be a really popular option. But as I said before, if you want to have a more balanced team and if you want to have more players you like, for an example, Bowen is a player probably I'm going to have in my game week 1 squad, and he's not here because I couldn't afford him with Palmer also. Yeah, it's going to be tough, and some players are going to be need to be out. So for an example, from Chelsea, you can look for someone like Enzo, or Neto is also playing great at the moment. My last midfielder is Minte from Brighton. I think that also João Pedro just joined Chelsea, so I think that Minte is going to be more nailed this season, and I think that he could be a good option. The fixtures for Brighton are not amazing, as you can see here. Fulham and Everton are decent in game week 1 and 2, but Manchester City, Chelsea in game week 6 is not great. Bournemouth, Spurs, those are decent fixtures. So again, you don't want to play all these players every game week, right? So you're going to rotate them. With Aston Villa, I think that I talked about them. Rodgers obviously is going to be more expensive now than he was last season, so we need to see if he's going to be worth the money. We're going to discuss also a little bit about maybe some changes I would love to make, but let's finish with the starting 11. So Solanke here, as you can see, against Burnley at home, a new promoted side. Solanke, I think that is going to be a decent option. Now we don't know if he's going to be on penalties because Son was last season, but again, Spurs are buying some players. They just bought Kudus, I think. So again, they are going to perform a little bit better than they were last season, obviously. But they are going to play against Burnley, Bournemouth, West Ham, Brighton, Wolverhampton with Manchester City against in Game Week 2, which is a tough fixture. But again, at that price, 7.5 at least, how he's listed here, he could be a decent option. Now, for an example, Wood could be another option at that price. But again, I just think that Nottingham Forest are not going to be as good as they were last season. But again, I really need to see all the prices to make a better image of how my team is going to look like for game week 1. But if we let's talk a little bit about some changes I could make here. For an example, Joao Pedro here is listed as a midfielder on this site, and I think that he's going to be a forward. He played the forward for the last part of last season, unless I missed something. So I think that he's going to be a forward. Again, at 7 millions with the fixtures Chelsea got to start the season with, I think that he could be a decent option instead of someone like Solanke or something like that. Obviously, you could just play with 3 strikers if you want. For an example, Welbeck could be a nice option, but again, the fixtures are a little bit mixed for Brighton. But again, he could be on penalties because Joao Pedro just transferred out to Chelsea, and he's going to be more nailed if unless Brighton are going to buy another attacker. For an example, someone like Mateta is looking like Crystal Palace maybe are going to sell him. If that's the case, Nketiah is going to become an option. So there are a lot of options here. Some players I would love to have into my team. For an example, let's just say Frimpong, Kerkez obviously are going to be great options. They are listed here as 6 millions. The fixtures for Liverpool are not amazing to start the season with. As I said before, Bournemouth, I think that it's okay. Newcastle, Arsenal, it's not are not the fixtures you want to play your defender. But again, Frimpong is a really attacking defender. We saw that at Bayer Leverkusen. Now we need to see how they're going to play in preseason for Liverpool, but I could see a lot of points coming from Kerkez and Frimpong. So they are some players I would really love to have into my team. And after game week 3, Burnley, Everton, Crystal Palace, Chelsea, Manchester United, Brentford. So the fixtures are going to get a little bit better for Liverpool. Now again, Wirtz, sorry, is another player I would love to have into my team. Now he is at the moment listed at 9.5 millions here, so he's going to be expensive. I just think that he's going to be great. Now again, if Liverpool are going to end up with Isak or another forward, the points could be shared a little bit, so it's going to be a really tough question to ask. Do you go for Mohamed Salah alone? Do you go for Wirtz to save the money? Do you go for Isak if he's going to be available? He's not going to be on penalty. So there are a lot of possibilities at the moment, and it's tough for me to try to explain all of them. Isak, obviously, he's going to be great even if he's going to stay at Newcastle, but the fixtures are just horrible for Newcastle. I mean, not horrible, but Villa, Liverpool, Bournemouth, Arsenal, Leeds and Wolves are great in game week 3 and 4. After that, the fixtures are going to get a little bit better, but to start the season with, I just don't think that a lot of people are going to start with Isak. Gyökeres, again, could be a nice option if he's going to end up at Arsenal, but they are going to play against Man United. Leeds is amazing, but then Liverpool, Man City, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, teams you don't really want to play your attacking players, if you get what I mean. Now again, if we look here, Bukayo Saka, obviously at some point he's going to be an option. It's going to be really tough for us to integrate all of these players. Now again, if you don't want to go for someone like Haaland, you could go for Watkins to save up some cash. You could go for someone like Marmoush. If he's going to be listed as a midfielder in FPL, that's going to be great. Gakpo, I think that he's going to be listed as a midfielder, which could be a great option. Beuma probably is going to get his move to Manchester United. And although I really like the options of going for Cunha, who's going to be also listed as a midfielder probably next season. He's not going to be on penalties, but we know that he was great last season. But the fixtures for Manchester United are not amazing. Arsenal, Manchester City, and Chelsea in the first 5 game weeks of the season. Yeah, it's those are 3 teams who are defending, or at least who were defending really good last season. So yeah, sadly for me, I don't think that I'm going to start with any Manchester United players at the moment, but at some point, definitely they're going to be in our talks. And again, Bowen, he's not in my draft here, but probably he's going to be in my Game Week 1 draft by the deadline because he's going to play against Sunderland. He's on penalties. The only downside to Bowen is that he's playing for West Ham, which are not a top team like Newcastle, for example, or I don't know, Liverpool, Manchester City. But again, he's their talisman. He's the best player from West Ham. Kudus just left. We're going to see if that's good news for Bowen or not. Maybe they're going to buy a striker, but he's on penalties. The fixtures are decent. Chelsea, Forest are not great. Spurs, Palace, Everton are decent, but again, he could be a nice option. We need to see really the prices again. So I'm just talking here a lot. We need to see where these players are going to end up. Cherki, Foden from Manchester City, Joao Pedro could be a nice option, as I said before. Mitoma is going to be more nailed. Raul Jimenez could be a nice option. This is going to be really cheap. Strand Larsen again, but the fixtures are not amazing for Wolverhampton. So yeah, sorry, I think that I talked too much about what's going to happen because to be honest, at the moment we don't know the prices. Probably they're going to be announced next week or something like that. But I'm going to keep you posted with more FPL videos when the prices are going to be announced. But at the moment I think that's enough for today. Please let me know down in the comments down below what do you think about this team. I think that it's decent if you want to integrate all of those teams. Obviously you could make some changes here. Please let me know about your opinions in the comment down below. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'm going to see you next time. Thank you and bye.
Bag gura lor, când mă întreabă oamenii de unde sunt le zic de va. Apoi îmi bag gura lor.